What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast. I want to go over the convoy that's happening in Canada because this is something very, very crucial that we need to talk about. And it goes right into my plan on uh, why this year is such a huge year, pivotal year, preparation year. And we see that the corporate media and big tech is not showing it. Okay? Now, I'm not aligning with either side, but I'm simply putting in perspective the solemn uh, scenes and events that are transpiring along, uh, the Canadian and the U.S. border, right? Mostly in Canada. However, we're seeing this uprise. It's a I believe it's called a grassroots movement, where it's starting with the people, and they have been the people have been really treated awfully, and they are upset. However, that does not mean you lose all sense of rationale. And here's what I mean by this. And people are left between a rock and a hard place. But you got to be careful with where you're being guided, because if you start acting out of emotion and don't think logically and rationally, there could be consequences that come from that. And this is what I mean. So we see Elon Musk commented to the Wall Street Journal about this new scariant that we've been dealing with, and he says, how many how many gene sequence changes to this cerveza sickness before it isn't the cerveza sickness anymore. And he's saying that the OG cerveza sickness ended a long time ago. Massive claims by Elon Musk. Not only that, listen to what he says here. He posted, trying to follow the signs of the protected, needing protection from the unprotected by forcing the unprotected to use the protection that doesn't protect the protected. So you want to know how many followers this man has? 72 million. And a lot of eyeballs caught wind of this. So, and he's been posting quite a bit about the convoy. Now, this individual here, he's talking about, protesting, which is his right, and basically dumping the market on these media conglomerates. Last year, and this is where it gets tricky. Okay, it gets tricky because all these truckers and every person has the right to protest peacefully, right? I agree with that. And however, let me see here. I want to look up some videos so you guys can get an idea of how many trucks are participating. Okay? You're seeing massive amounts of truckers. This is not some little thing, folks. And I know that the Prime Minister has left a secret location. Okay, here's the convoy. Okay, this is not a small matter. This is a big deal here. And I know they even had like food prepared for these truckers. Okay, look, there you go, picking up trash. See, they're doing it peacefully, right? And picking up whatever's left behind. So they're being responsible. Now, my only thing here is, well, if all these truckers, right, are out here protesting, who's delivering the food? So you see how these people were pinned into a hard corner. And Obviously, you want to speak up for your freedoms and stand up for that. But we've let it get so far out of hand that now you have to decide between standing up for your freedom or food. And this is where they get you. If this had been done early on and people wouldn't have accepted these measures, this wouldn't be taking place, right? It would have been avoided. But now you have to decide, well, my freedoms or delivering food supply to the nation, to the country. And it's not just Canada, but it's going to affect the U.S. as well. Because our lack of standing up against this tyranny, now we're positioned in the situation that we are now. And you have to think that there's going to be some repercussions from this convoy. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't do it. Don't get my words twisted. Because everyone should stand up for their freedoms and protest peacefully. But you see what happens when you let tyrannical governments get a stranglehold of freedoms and liberty. These are the measures that are taken. And unfortunately, there will be a supply shock. And they're not going to stop until Canada somehow loosens their stranglehold on the public with these measures. So keep an eye on this. I'm watching very carefully, because this is going to have effects for Canada and the U.S. as well as like Mexico and so forth and so on. So this year is a major year. Supply chain is not going to get any better. You got to prepare little by little, right? Set goals. Be like, 1 week or 1 month, I'll buy myself a good pair of snow boots, okay? And then I'll propose the next month, okay, I'll get myself some flashlights, right? Small things like that. Because these are very menacing times. It's time to pay attention. So, like the channel, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your guys' thoughts. This is the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.